stories. I get a phone call from I was in Tennessee, I think. Yeah, I was in Tennessee, and Harrison calls me. He goes, "Hey, these lights, we plugged them in, and
They
they're on for a
work, but
minute,
then
and then
they-
they go off." And I go, "Oh, that's weird." I was like, "Did you check?" And he goes, "We checked the bulbs. We did all this stuff." And I said, "Did you check how many strands do you have put together?" And he goes, "I don't know." Like, he goes, 4 or 5. And I said, "Well, check the box." He checked the box. He's like, "Oh man," because they already had. So you strand, you put together too many strands, right? So you had to take them all back down. Madeline was telling us last night you had to take them all back down, put them all back in the
I'm
box.
sure she is telling you because she did nothing.
That's what usually it is, buddy.
So Madeline has been Christmas shopping like nobody's business, which is totally fine because we don't have Christmas stuff. This is our first Christmas in the house together. And she went to go get Christmas lights from Menards. I don't like shopping at Menards. I think it's a little sketchy and like outdated and whatever. But anyway, so yeah, don't go to Menards. Go to Lowe's. Lowe's is way better. But
I'm not a big Menards fan either.
yeah, it's not that great.
Some people.
But meanwhile, but
love Menards.
But her father goes to Menard or went to Menards to purchase some Christmas lights that they've been using forever. And so Madeline got the same Christmas lights, quote unquote, and she got like 8 of them. All right, and so lo and behold, we plug in 5, and they turn off after like a minute. And I call Dad. And he tells me that to look on the back of the box, and the back of the box says only 2 strands. And so, meanwhile, I got to get back up on the roof. And I was going to finish the lights. This was on Saturday, at like right after we got back from dinner, and it was like 6 p.m. And so I plugged them in just to see what they looked like at night, and they turned off. And I was like, well, what the heck, you know? And it's dark outside. And so
Chevy Chase.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Moment.
And so
Oh,
I'm like, oh
gosh.
my God. I'm like, okay. So I plugged in I plugged in some of the other strands and they worked, but the first strand would not work. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it back up there, and I'm gonna take off the first strand, put back up another one. I put back up another one. It works for a minute, and I was like, yes, let's go. And then it turns off. I was so angry. And Madeline, whenever this stuff happens, she just gets like very angry and quiet, and she just like semi shuts down, and she's like, let's just go inside. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm like, and meanwhile, me on the other hand, I'm like, no, I'm doing this, and I'm getting them down. And so it took me about like 30 minutes or so just to get the rest of the 4 or 5 strands down. But yeah, we have to get a strand of Christmas lights that can strand more than 2. So
Well, you could do. I mean, use them. How long were the strands?
it was a 25 count.
So you could do it. You could do just 2. Just you have to have extension cords.
Yeah, I know,
run
but
up
then
to them.
but there's just, I would rather, that won't work. So